For episode 3. GDG Cast episode 3. A long time coming.
No,
Not that. Don't want to mention the first one. First ones are pretty amateurish.
First two.
Yes.
it's okay. We live and learn.
Where do you live and learn? My god. Yeah. Anyways, introductions. I'm Josh. I'm the president of the GDG and current host of the GDG Cast.
Hi, I'm Clinton. I'm previous vice president of GDG and tutorials officer, and now I'm currently a general exec of GDG.
Right. I am Noah. I am a general executive of the GDG, currently a second year computer science student, and still very new to all this, but happy to learn.
Happy to learn. Also, you are technically the meme lord of the GDG.
Not for a little while actually. My meme game's been quite weak for the past few weeks, but hopefully we'll get back on that.
But
I
you
just gotta find
constantly
something.
rhyme like no, you ain't got time. Anyways, for this GDG episode, we're going to be talking about NZGDC because, unlike last year and previous years, I was only the president that managed to get to NZGDC. This time around, we actually had more of us. So this year we had myself, Clinton, Noah, and Jordan. Sadly, Jordan's a bit busy at the moment, so he won't be able to join us. But hopefully, the three of us can talk about our experiences of NZGDC as a whole. Anyways, to start off with, what were the highlights for you guys when we did NZGDC?
Tough question, but it's definitely the Wellington experience. Or I don't know whether that's a highlight or a giant oof there, considering the weather was really horrible.
Oh
But
yeah, that's true.
obligatory Wellington put down here. Windy Wellington was an understatement.
At least it
Oh,
wasn't gassy.
at least it felt like a Western Wild ride. I'll say that much.
Will everyone actually understand that reference?
Oh, this roller coaster I went to back in Australia, Wet and Wild.
Yeah, I don't think anyone outside of Australia will understand that. Oh man.
But yeah, I don't know. It just felt like a roller coaster the whole way through, metaphorically and literally.
Hmm. Yeah. Noah?
Oh, Noah's gone.
Oh no,
Gone.
he went MIA.
Blown away by Windy Wellington.
Oh man. Yeah, that was actually really funny because you guys managed to get into flights that are, I would say, less quality compared to what me and Izzy were recommending the whole way through. So, for context to those listening, I was recommending these guys to actually go for Air and Z for the longest time, but due to forces outside of my control, they just chose Jetstar. And as someone who's been
1 hour,
traveling,
bro. It's no biggie.
Sorry. I went. I came back, and I was talking, and I thought, whoa, am I ruining the stream? No one's like reacting to what I'm saying. And I realized I wasn't working. I'm not sure why. You guys can hear me now, though, right?
yep, I didn't mute you or
Uh,
anything. I can't mute you at the moment because all my controls are in my game.
no,
Yep.
it wasn't muting. It was more so it was not working for some very odd reason. I should have realized earlier. You missed out on some great barbs, but oh well.
Such as?
Uh, they shall remain unsaid, lest we like ruin our friendship. No, I'm just joking. I didn't say anything of note, honestly.
What? How can that be ruining anything? I'm like, I mean, the one thing I can say though is that out of everyone, you and Clinton have actually networked the most. Well, you're
Uh,
oddly enough
I
networking.
know,
Uh,
I know, Josh. I think you did the most of the networking here.
primarily because a lot of the people I talked to are already people I knew throughout the year.
You got an advantage.
I, well, I can speak to the volunteering experience and the volunteers because
Hmm.
while I was volunteering, that's who I talked to mostly.
Mm,
So yeah, if I was students, uh, definitely there for the vibes and not for the free tickets.
Okay. Wait, they were there for the vibes, not for the free ticket.
A bit of both.
Huh.
But hey, volunteering, gets you backstage, and sometimes backstage tells you information you won't find otherwise.
That is very true. That is very true. I mean, if you're just wanting to go for a traditional networking kind of thing, then yeah, for the most part, volunteering is like one way to do it, but expect it to be like you're just primarily helping the people.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of effort though. During volunteering, I was like looking over the theaters and stuff, so I guess I couldn't talk much. But outside of that, it was pretty good, especially during the breaks because um, you have the good uh, excuse for talking to anyone because you could just say, "Hell, I'm here to see how it's going because I'm a volunteer."
The volunteer shirts,
so
the
easier,
high
right?
vis jackets of NZGDC.
Dude, I'm here for a professional reason. Oh no, I'm not trying to get anything out of you. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, I felt like it's kind of hard to network when you're not, or like make it sell yourself when you don't really bring much to the table. I'm saying this more so as a student or someone that's very new to the industry, right? You you can't, like, you can strike up a conversation or you can build rapport with people, but aside from that, it's really hard to get anything more going. That's how I felt about it, really.
I mean, that's, to be honest, it's actually kind of fair because I'm like myself and a few other people in the industry did start out like that as well. We were students back in
Yeah.
our prime, and yeah, it was like the same issue. It's like because we're just so fresh and so green and everything that we didn't really have much to talk about outside of like building rapport, outside of just saying, "Hey, I made this game project." But then again, like that's what most people just strike do you get out of it anyways? Like the industry like is trying to find as much next generation game devs as possible because yeah, to be honest, like outside of grinding gear and peck pop, there's not that many at the moment that is keen to take that mantle of how much they were a disruptor back in the day. Like case in point, grinding gear. They did Path of Exile for like back in 2009, and look at where they are now. And they were
Oh
just
yeah,
winter students.
started by comp sci students. Uh,
Hey, the legacy lives
yeah,
on.
I mean back then, like the game engines back then was like nowhere near as good as they are today. So
Yeah,
that was even a bigger undertaking than we'd expect.
yeah.
I
And the
heard
barrier to
engines
entry has
like,
become less and less these days. Like you can make a high quality game now by just using Unreal Engine.
yep.
Hmm.
When I
Yeah,
heard
oh, I can't say much on Unreal Engine. I do say that the blueprint is probably really great for like an artist kind of game developer or someone who knows more art side than programming side.
Yeah, it is still kind of funny. Like for me, like listening to people and just trying to challenge them to, especially coders, to do like visual scripting. And nine times out of ten, direction, I guess like, can we just code it instead?
what?
It's a fun challenge at least because like then you understand like how an artist can actually do node-based learning and how they process things.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the code gives you more. Actually, it gives you more. What's the word I'm looking for here? Control over what you're trying to do. But visual scripting lets you get things done very, very quickly as well.
Hmm. Hmm. But
Different paradigms, different things.
yeah,
Um,
Yeah.
Visual scripting would just be another language to learn for me. So trade-offs like, do I learn another language? but I could just hone in on the coding concepts or game developer concepts that I gained from focusing on one language only. Same for like programming in general. Like I don't know the way current university courses teach you multiple different languages, like a little bit. I don't think that's better than just teaching one like language like really good. But that's my thoughts on it, anyways.
Yeah.
I would actually disagree with that. I mean,
Okay.
if you teach only one language, right? You have a lot of people that only know one language straight off. That's the thing. It's not so much about the language, right? It's more about the concepts you're learning. And the more languages you learn, and the easier I think it sinks in. Like imagine if you went through your entire degree just learning Python, or just learning Java, or just C. That would be really painful. It would, like sure, like you learn all the concepts and stuff, right? But it's like I feel like this kind of makes you not as good a developer. Just going like learning that you can develop in a bunch of different languages, and it's not really about the language because you've only been exposed to one.
But okay. What about this example? Say, did they teach you about interfaces in second year? No.
Interfaces, yeah. Well, in our Java paper, they definitely taught us about interfaces.
Yeah.
See, if I would not have known what an interface was if I didn't do that paper. I probably would have learned later, but it would have been tougher later or a bit more foreign.
Yeah, but okay, interfaces in Java. Okay, do you learn interfaces in any other language?
Well, interfaces is a Java specific thing, isn't it? I mean, the underlying way it works, there's probably implementations for that in other languages for sure, right? I'm just blanking right now as to like, for example, like in CPP, what it would be called. It's like an abstract class. Well, not an abstract class. But...
Yeah, but okay, so that like kind of proves my point because you learn some concepts in specific languages, right? Like in C++, I think it's called what's it called templates. I don't know. But
equivalent to generics in Java.
But yeah, the thing is, you learn like different bits in different languages, but you can't really generalize it as easily as if you learned all those different concepts in one language so that they mesh well with each other.
Okay, but then what about this? Languages exist for a reason, right? They each serve a specific purpose, and so if you're only doing it in one language, for example, you miss out on the nuances and intricacies that other languages bring. Like my point here, if you just do it in Java, you miss out that whole memory management aspect because it has a garbage collector, right? Or if you just program in C, you miss out on using an actual object-oriented language. So like it's important to have different languages and just have scope and breadth.
Yeah, I'll admit that.
Yeah. I mean, I think like
Programming just in C would suck ass. That would just be horrible.
I think that's kind of fair, especially since like one language doesn't necessarily mean to it serves the same thing. Case in point would be HTML and the web languages. It's only recently that's become more object oriented compared to how it was 10 or so years ago.
Oh man.
Where it's like more abstract and definitely more what you see is what you get. I mean, that's fair. And I think in Australia, in some universities, they actually do that. They just teach you one language and just make you as in-depth as possible. Though I might be wrong with that one.
I mean, the quintessential example I use is, game engines. Like, I see quite a few people learning Godot and along with like Unity and Unreal, but you're just doing the same part in all three games, or whatever the equivalent is in 3D because Unreal doesn't do 2D. But yeah, all that time you spent, you could have spent making like a better game in one game engine instead of the same game in three engines.
True.
Same for languages. Like, you learn all the basic syntax and stuff all over again for every new language.
Yeah, and just makes you more of a generalist than anything.
Yeah, and some of which you even forget by the time you graduate. So then it's like, what's the point? Like, I did Verilog which is like a hardware descriptive language in like engineering. But I kind of forgot most of that already. I probably won't even use it.
Wait, which language?
Verilog. So you know, like those embedded like computers. So like okay, like a Raspberry Pi, except like more industrial and less fun to use. That's what they use for those.
Oh,
Lamau.
okay, yeah, you
Or
make a very good
it's
point.
like I know I'm fudging it a bit. It's definitely oversimplified. It's actually like those chips um, they use for testing microchips and stuff, as well as the actual chips themselves, hardware languages.
Hmm.
It's something for that. But yeah, like I said, I'll probably never use it now that I switched to game development. Unlike C++, which is a bit more useful.
Yeah.
You make a good point. I agree with that. But saying that, the bottom line I think is, does it?
Does it?
Okay, you learn these languages, right? And they have their own differences. What was my point? I'm kind of blanking right now. I was thinking about it and it's like slipped my mind.
Yeah, you were saying something like learning multiple languages is better than focusing deep in one language.
I guess the point would be like, you get to that point where it doesn't really matter anymore if you learn multiple languages anymore, because you've got like most programming languages have the same underlying concepts, right?
Yeah, so that's why you learn one language. You learn them, right?
Hmm.
Yes, yes. There was a bit more I was gonna add, but like I'm sorry, I have like actually forgotten what I was gonna say. Oh no.
Okay.
If I
Back to
remember, I'll
NCGDC, guys.
Huh? Back to
Back
what?
to NCGDC.
Back to NZGDC. Well, I
Okay,
was gonna
volunteer.
make a comment like on flight choices and yeah, how you guys went for strictly for Jetstar.
Get
very,
start. It's 1 hour. We didn't
very,
experience anything bad.
It's just
yeah,
1 hour, I admit. I can concede
yeah.
now. Although me
It
and
was
NZ,
just like it was
yeah,
like it was almost 20% cheaper, I think.
Oh,
it is 20% cheaper. Yeah,
see,
yeah, but I don't like it. I like my air instead.
there's been a few bad incidents, and yet you have stopped. This has stopped you from using the specific airline.
Yes,
Wow, wow.
if it just is way more consistent, then I'm like no. Air incidents has
Okay,
been consistently okay.
okay. As a kind of broke ex student, former student, and Noah here's current student.
Yeah,
I think we could take the money when we could like afford it.
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
guess.
Also, next year, all the execs will be flying Jetstar. This is not a debate you will win.
I know it's not a debate I will win because there's more of us coming next year. Hint, hint for NZGDC 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, about the fight. Yeah. Um. Anyways, more about the convention itself. What do you like us to talk about, Josh?
so it's like what I mean. We already talked about like bits of like how you guys were enjoying volunteering. What specific? I'm actually curious. Like, what specific connection you guys made that were actually meaningful? Was it the students or was it more the industry people?
Ooh.
Well, I talked to mostly volunteers, which are mostly students. So yeah, students for me.
Considering there's one person from Rocketworks that was actually a volunteer as well,
Yes.
among others,
Honestly,
to name a few.
honestly, the person that I probably spoke to the most was another indie developer. Do you guys know? Okay, the person that made Blackheart, that's making Blackheart anyway. I talked to him. I probably talked to him the most. His game
Blackheart?
was really rad. Yeah, Josiah. Do you remember Josiah?
Oh, he was there.
Yeah, yeah. It was his game was, I think it's really great, to be honest. So I
It
talked to him
wasn't
probably the most.
showcased. Let's say check. I don't think.
I assure you, it was 100% showcased.
What's the game called?
Blackheart.
What type of game?
It's how do I describe this? You play, okay, it's not third person. It's like, oh god, what's the genre even? It's it's okay. You are a character. It's from more of a top-down view, like a bird's eye view, but not so much bird's eye. You play as a character. You have like dash. You have attacks. You can shoot at people. I'm selling the game really really badly right now, but it's called Blackheart, and I thought it was really good because it also incorporated a story, which is quite rare for indies. And it had a had like kind of a Greek god style about it as well. Also, like the UX was just, mwah, it was just really nice, really like
Black
really
card.
clean for one, and the colors were really they mesh really well. Like yeah, that was a great game. It's in the there's a museum somewhere. It might have been Dunedin or London, whatever, where it's also showcased. I was like, wow, this is great.
Okay.
Oh yeah, back to the main question. Yeah, I probably talk to that him the most. Other volunteers, like it's hard because because you have a job to do. You can talk and maybe you can meet up afterwards. Okay, obviously not this time because we were all doing our own thing. But it's hard to make connections and continue talking to that person unless you make a concerted effort. But there's a lot of people, so and like don't even mention speakers or people that have important things to do there because they have important things to do there.
Yeah, like the 1 hour breaks, sometimes even like just half an hour, I think, for the food breaks. That's the time when people were actually like able to talk freely. Um, Unfortunately, everyone was all in this like really noisy place, and people were also kind of eating,
Yeah.
so it got a bit tough to talk efficiently at times.
That is true. That is true. Especially if you're like trying to have like a one-on-one conversation, it's actually a bit hard. Hard, yeah.
Yeah, and especially if you're volunteering too, because you have to actually do stuff sometimes, so you can't even eat. But yeah,
Could have got a bigger room for that. I definitely feel like that. It was not ideal.
I mean, yeah, but hopefully next year we'll have a better room because yeah, Te Papa, we were literally just using, we were just doing the best we could with the cards that we were dealt. So
Yeah. 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 Oh well.
yeah, well,
but yeah. For me though, like I had a few good talks with few of the attendees and volunteers. Um, but one particular one that I thought was very nice was during the after party actually. Someone I met who was introverted like I was, didn't want to stay in the crowded like main area of the after party.
mm,
So I had a nice chat, and then we even played a game of pool together. Um, yeah, and special connections like these that you don't usually find on the main path. I
mm,
guess the the main party, the people that you talked to on the side, like you mentioned in your talk, actually, Josh,
yeah,
was actually much more, I don't know, like fulfilling, I guess.
it is like yeah. I was actually gonna lead up to that as someone who actually was one of the speakers. It was an interesting experience overall. Like this is actually my first year speaking in moderating more than one talk because I was moderating the business and marketing streams. So for the 2 days I was there of the conference, I had to moderate about 8 different talks. It was just for.
What some highlights, if you're allowed to say, what are some of the best and maybe not so best ones? No names, of course.
I mean, my favorite by far is definitely the TikTok one because it gives you an insight of what could the platforms turn into, primarily YouTube and Twitch. And it was very interesting on how if you actually want to be a Twitch streamer, don't. It's much more recommended to be a YouTube content creator than anything because with YouTube it gives you more versatility versus Twitch where you kind of required to stream at different dates every so often. Which is actually true because I'm like if you look at something like Ninja or Lily Pichu, they stream almost daily and they either stream strictly on Twitch or primarily on YouTube.
Yeah, well, I guess the advantage of YouTube is you can edit your stuff
Mm.
before uploading if
Mm.
you're a YouTube content creator or outside the streams, of course.
Mm.
But in Twitch, you can't do that.
No, because the second you finish your stream, it's gonna turn into a VOD, and you have to manually reset it every so often. Which is why I'm kind of wondering, well, how is our dear friend Harry actually managing his time as a VTuber? Mm.
Yeah. So for those not in the know, Harry's a former, uh, yeah, former exec, I think.
Former
Um,
treasurer? Yeah.
yeah. I'm not sure what his current status, sorry, but edit this out. um, but yeah, he's been with us for a good 2, 3 years. from 2019 as an exec. So yeah, he started his stream last year, and it
Yeah,
was
it
a
was
huge.
late last year. Late last year as a streamer in Twitch, and now he is becoming an official 3D VTuber under the guise of packet of biscuits.
Yo. But yeah, that's why it's like a huge step to take. And honestly, like, props to him for having the courage to do that. Like, I know
Yeah,
not many people do that.
yeah. I mean, no, you've already seen like Harry, so you
Yeah.
haven't seen him back when he was like still the good old Harry that we know, me and Clinton knew.
Well, I did see him that one time for the grinding gear talk. Wait, no,
Did you?
yeah, I was for that. Yeah, I did. I saw him for the grinding gear talk when he was presenting. That was the time where I saw, oh, the president of the GDG is this person called Josh. Whoa, it must be this white person I've never seen before. Let's go. That was like my first thought.
People consistently forget that. Yeah, I am. Well, are always amazed like how I actually am, which is hilarious.
Yes, yes.
Hey, actually, like, I kind of had a similar experience to that. Uh, people who haven't seen me in person think I'm like white. There's some people who saw me and think, oh, he's Korean. You know, I'm like, interesting.
Dude, they hear Clinton, they think Hawkeye. They go like, what? You're not Hawkeye.
Bapanada.
Hmm. That's Clint, not Clinton.
Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. The general sentiment is there. Yes.
Well, at least no one's mistaken me for the ex-president of the United States yet, so that's good.
No.
Uh,
Oh. Yeah. Anyways, so overall, I actually enjoyed it. Like one of my other talks I actually did enjoy was like the ones that are actually talking about the next generation, like the scaling startup studios talk with Zombor and of Space Rock Games and a few others that got recently funded this year. That one's actually really important because it gives you a sense of what the next generation of game devs are going to be.
Oh, tell us a bit more about that. I don't think I attended that talk.
Yeah, I only attended a bit. That's probably because I was had a day job beforehand. But basic gist is that what they're currently looking into is getting more, well, getting the government interested, and just getting their milestones ready. Um, this is not, yeah, getting their milestones ready to make sure that their investors are happy and assured that they're actually making the right decisions. Like case in point, Space Rock has been actually posting somewhat frequently, somewhat infrequently on how criminals within is currently progressing. But as far as the investors are concerned, they're very happy with how Zombie and the team are progressing. And it was actually very good as well because it was actually the first time in the only time they met all of them at IRL was literally in NCGDC because their team is spread across the country.
Oh, I need some context on those teams.
Yeah. So one of them is in Christchurch, a few of them in Wellington, and the majority is Auckland based. Zombor himself is all Auckland based, as well as investors, Hellferns.
What's that team name, dude?
Space Rock Games.
And what did they do?
They make games. They make games. They're ex MDS, Media Design School alumni back in 2021, 2021, 2020.
Okay. Oh, that team. Okay.
do you know how long they've been developing Criminal System?
Criminals Within. That was actually one of their final year projects. So they graduated in 2020, so the map's kind of there. They've been developing it for almost 2 or 3 years.
Dude, two-player cooperative only action game. Yes. We do not have enough of those.
I mean,
Yeah, so context about Media Design School, or MDS as we call it. They do this third year final project where teams get together and make one like medium-sized game throughout the entire last year. And actually quite a few MDS graduates take that game and proceed to commercialize it, or attempt to anyways.
Mm.
They usually need funding to do so though, because starting up a studio is It is not for the faint of heart, and it's extremely risky.
Yep, it is. You need to have the proper mindset and know the risk involved to make sure that you can commit. Which is what me and Clinton are currently doing in a project that we're doing that is very hush hush at the moment.
Yeah, let's talk about that after we are like more of the way through.
Yeah, for
But yeah.
sure, for sure. Okay. So I'm just trying to think back of like, so what do you guys actually, what are you guys curious of in terms of the conference? Because there's like we were there from Tuesday until Saturday. Every day was completely different, to be honest with you.
Yeah, dude, it was such a mismatch. Like a new thing every single day. Just didn't know what to expect each day.
Yeah, it really felt. It's like imagine if you're in a game. The first
Yeah.
day was like pretty chill. It's like a tutorial level. Wasn't any rain at all, which is great
Yeah.
because I was carrying two like roller cases
Mm.
to the apartment, and that was like half a kilometer walk.
Mm.
Um, with no shelter, by the way. But then like the second day, most of us actually didn't volunteer. We were rostered on the third day. Sorry, fourth day. So yeah, the second and third days are kind of chill. But then those following fourth and fifth days out of 5 in total was pretty hard on. Like it was a few very tired nights there.
I think you mean the fourth day in specific. That was the killer.
Okay, so yeah, okay, like from Tuesday to Saturday was our trip. Tuesday was chill. Wednesday and Thursday was pretty chill in terms of workload because we weren't volunteering. Well, except for Jordan, he's not here unfortunately.
Yeah.
And Friday and Saturday was a real piece of work. That's for sure.
I mean, the student day wasn't that bad.
You
Dude,
say that, but
you
we
say
were
that,
kind
but it's like the morning after the after party.
Okay, that made it worse. That made it worse, but
yeah. I usually sleep 10 hours. That's a bit much for many people, but that's me. And I only slept 3.5 hours, so I was pretty sleep deprived. Yeah,
We both were Clinton. I'm still
yeah,
very. Yeah.
it doesn't like. How long do you sleep, man? Like 1 hour?
Okay, so yeah, just a bit of like on the side. So, well, actually, just talk about like what happened in the after party. So I slept. Well, I was trying to do some work until like 4 in the morning, and then because I did my work, my brain was kind of like, gosh, I'm tired, and I just crawled into bed, hoping that I can just close my eyes and just not be and just go into a fugue state and just not fully sleep. It took Clinton to actually just knock me on the side, just be like, okay, it's 6 a.m. Damn it.
Ripperoni. I mean, I was awoken by your alarm clock on one occasion.
Yeah, that's
So
why I was like, oh, well, I feel sorry. Because throughout the week, I literally was like awake before around the time my alarm was setting off or before it was setting off, so that I can just close it and then you can just have like your beauty sleep and something and stuff. But yeah,
yeah,
Friday was
yeah,
like,
yeah. Speaking of alarms, actually, I have this like really weird like habit, or I know a coincidence. I always wake up before the alarm rings, almost always.
yep.
Either my alarm or someone else's alarm. But if it's someone else's, I just go back to sleep. But it's just really weird.
mm,
Crazy. Same thing happens to me. Although at this point, I'm just traumatized by my alarm sounds, so that's a good thing. I don't want to hear them.
okay. I mean, yeah. Tuesday was definitely the most chill. And I was like, I kind of like the fact that we actually did beta test the karaoke. And a proper
Uh,
karaoke place, mind you.
that's the first time I went to karaoke. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that also reminds me. Wait, what did we have right before that? What did we eat?
We went to Hideout.
Yeah, which is like a fusion restaurant.
Yeah. Where I had the gummy bear cocktail.
That's a very weird cocktail.
And where I had the squid eyeball. That I
Takoyaki.
didn't-
Noah, for the last time, it's an octopus. It's just a
Octopus,
tentacle.
squid, fish,
Yeah.
seafood, whatever, dude. I had an eye from the sea. I was. It was just
Just like
It is not disgusting, my dude.
no. It just felt so squishy, you know. And
It's
I
supposed
wouldn't
to
have
be the
noticed
case.
that
It's
unless
a
it was from the sea.
tentacle.
Yeah,
It's, it's like eating shrimp or prawn, you know?
I
Yeah.
thought in that moment it was gonna become. Yeah, I don't like seafood. I thought in that moment it was gonna become alive in my mouth and just start moving around, and that sent me almost over the edge. Thankfully, I digested it and we moved on, but it was a close call.
And you call yourself a pan for soda when takoyaki is definitely like one of the highlights of Japanese cuisine.
No, see, I close my eyes when the scene comes up.
Seriously?
No,
Wow.
I just don't know actually.
And have you ever watched those Bear Grylls TV shows where he goes like, tastes like chicken?
Wait, what?
So,
Wait, no, what is this?
so Bear Grylls is like a survivalist, right? So he has TV shows of him going out into some wild place, and then he has to survive off like insects and stuff.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So, alright, random tip. When you're out in the wilds, you can't be picky.
Yeah, you really can't.
I guess it's a good thing we weren't born at the start of humanity. That would have been bad for us then. Well, for me at least.
Well, we wouldn't know any better if we were. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Tangent.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
what was the common saying? Like, born too late to explore the world, but born too early to go to outer space.
That's true. That's true. I mean, maybe maybe in a few years, NZGDC will be in outer space.
Yo.
Elon Musk will actually fund us a
no.
Tesla.
We'll go to the moon.
Oh no. But yeah, Tuesday, karaoke. Ah yes. Never Gonna Give You Up is always a good starter song.
You know the rules, and so do I. I in fact did not know the rules.
Yeah. Rick Astley is like a really good song. The only thing I hated about Kazon the most was that there was literally no song option. Well, there's a few good options, but the thing I hated was there was no the classics. There was no classic there. There was no OG Never Gonna Give You Up or Take On Me. I was really sad about that. They didn't even have like most of the Frank Sinatra songs. See, that just annoyed me.
I mean, what kind of karaoke bar was though? Like,
Is
Well,
that
K-song. And I think it was Chinese.
It is Chinese, yeah, but even the Chinese ones in CBD actually have a lot of the good English songs there.
Oh, I
And
don't know.
oh,
I don't have any. I only had like that like twice, one experience.
yeah, the funny thing is though is that K-Son actually did have some Japanese songs there. The only unfortunate thing is I cannot read kanji. I haven't done Japanese written in a while, so my kanji and hiragana are rusty. I could not read it for the life of me.
Just use the Google. Just use the Google Scanner Translate thing. The translate app.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Too much effort.
yeah, yeah. They had like I think they had Twice in Blackpink there, so if anyone was actually keen for Korean, that would have been an option.
Unfortunately, my skills don't extend to Korean or Japanese. Super
Huh.
unfortunate.
Unfortunate. But
But yeah,
anyways,
and we'll go with the GDG folks.
mm,
And it'll be like humongous. Or maybe we might have like competitions even.
Forgot the whole place. Oh, I'm gonna win those easily though. Why would you do those?
you say that, but Lucy has literally put a benchmark on us.
That wasn't a benchmark. That was like the shattering of the board. That doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It's like if someone has a competition and like a dog comes in and just like shits all over the floor of the competition. Does the dog win?
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that was like probably a terrible.
A bit of a terrible joke, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was horrible. The point was it wasn't fair.
Yeah, it wasn't fair. I mean, you know what else wasn't fair? What exactly happened in dinner on Wednesday?
Okay, so yeah, us three in the Project Mix team, which is UA, Cordio, Lucy, and Jackson.
Yep.
Along with me, Jordan, and Noah. Yeah, we ate at the hotel that us three were staying at, and it was super expensive, but the quality is pretty good. So yeah, we had. Well, I didn't personally have it, but uh, the Project Mix team ordered beef Wellington, named after Wellington, and it was apparently one of the best beef that they ever had. So damn.
It was good. It was really good, to be honest. Like, I don't want to know how much it cost, but it was good.
It was $48.
Mm.
Ah shit! Why did you tell me? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty pricey, dude.
How do you know how much stuff I could buy at Nando's for that amount of money?
One
But
bucket meal or something.
can you replicate the quality? That is the question.
Yeah, but the quality wouldn't be that much of a downgrade, you know?
Okay, yeah. Well, it was kind of like experience kind of thing, because, you know, we only go to Wellington a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair.
My first time going to Wellington, anyways. Now I'm wondering if there's such thing as a beef Auckland.
No. Yeah, I'm here to tell you no.
Wait, no. What if you go to the Cop Horn, the Auckland branch, right? And you go inside, and they have a place there. What if they do have it?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
actually do have a Cawthorn Hotel here in Auckland. Yeah, that
Yeah,
could be
exactly.
possible.
See? Although we don't have a reason to go there, unfortunately, so that will remain a mystery for the rest of our lives.
I
Okay,
mean,
we just from studio to go to Auckland, and then we get interviewed then for like one day in Copthorne.
Oh. We could do that. Although, all right, that's probably a while away, but yeah, we could do that. Ah man.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Dude, when I saw the price for everything, my eyes may have popped out a little bit, anime style.
Yeah, I can tell, but by your reactions on the Fallen album, like, yeah, this was a fun experience, but it's definitely like a once in a. I can definitely say like it's a once in a year thing.
Yeah.
It's like once a year, that's fine. If you do it every so often, yeah.
It was not fun. Like, I'm just glad that we could actually pay it off.
Yeah. I don't know, Josh, you would have liked it, like, if you went there.
Yeah, and it's yeah, okay, yeah. Since no one's actually here, where did you guys go for kebabs? Something was saying like you guys went for kebabs, but I don't know when and where.
Dude, I went to like
Uh,
3 different places.
so yeah, it was on a Wednesday, I believe. You went to do some like day job stuff, and then us were we were kind of like looking for food to eat, and we were wondering where we were, so we decided to just head out on our own into the Wellington CBD.
Yeah.
And then Noah recommended us this kebab place, or just kebabs in general, and we actually had a pretty good time.
Did you guys enjoy the kebabs?
Yeah, hell yeah! It's like Subway quality. Well, it's like Subway quality.
Wait,
I
that's
kind
not
of
a compliment.
I missaid that. That's it's like Subway's. It's better quality. It's more expensive, but it's like way better quality.
See, it's better quality.
Better quality Subway. Let's go.
Yeah, we probably incorporate that for the next time we cater.
Yeah, and just for the record, kebab isn't just like meat on a stick. It's in this case it was like a wrap thing.
Yeah.
No, I probably explained this better than I did.
Well, they do a few different things, right? They have the doner kebabs, like the rolls. Then they have a variety of different ones. We could have rice, salad, meat on it, chicken on chips. It's like different stuff, but yeah, it's just wonderful. Just wonderful.
Mm. Would you
Yeah, we didn't.
recommend for it to just be rice or just go for a wrap?
I like the wrap.
They,
The wrap. That's the Subway like dimension.
the wrap is good, but the only problem with that is sometimes, like depending on how much sauce they put in, when you get to the bottom, it starts getting a little bit messy. That's the reason I don't
Ah.
buy wraps anymore in public. In public, at least, I do not have wraps ever.
Wait, seriously? Like, but then they give you a plate or something, so that's so
They
good.
do, but then your fingers like they get all like saucy and shit, and you have to go like it's a whole thing, man. Just avoid the hassle. Get rice on meat or get like meat on salad. Have it at fork and boom, easy.
Nah, I prefer bread over rice. So
No, I agree.
wrap it is.
It is amazing. Oh man,
Bread
I'm
is
getting
best.
hungry.
Mm. You're still fasting?
Am I fasting?
Yeah.
No way. Do I look like somebody that's gonna fast? No way. I am hungry. Right after this, as soon as we finish, I'm gonna go into the kitchen, have a bunch of chicken, and then have some Doritos.
Oh, cool. I just had some chicken earlier this afternoon, so yay!
Oh
Yay.
yeah, of food choices. We should probably look around Auckland and see what's good, so we could get some for our GDG nights.
Honestly, honestly, if we want to support local, I'm more than happy to just go for Japanese dining you, which is yukari.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, if
Uh,
for those who don't know, yukari is like a back in my day a really good Japanese place that did curry back in Queen Street.
wow,
They
Japanese curry.
mm, what?
Japanese curry. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's Japanese curry. It's like it's definitely it's much less aromatic than Indian curry, but definitely the flavor's there. The flavor's really there. The reason why they moved away from Queen Street to Hobson Street it's not really because they lost business. It was sort of just because they were living in the same roof as well as their restaurant that health and safety were like, no.
That's bad.
Yeah, I've always wondered about that rule. I mean, it makes sense to regulate it, but the fact that you can't make food from your home is interesting.
Which
Oh,
is
and again,
hilarious because people actually look for homemade food sometimes as well. Authentic homemade food.
yeah, I think what was it? My parents know a sushi place that makes sushi from their home, but they do it kind of like hush hush about it.
Oh.
It's the hush hush
So
that makes it more fancy.
I don't know,
Well,
but
well,
I don't know. It's just like paying by cash, you know.
Papa nada.
Don't worry.
but yeah, that'll definitely be a discussion we have in the future when we want to expand our repertoire.
Oh, for sure. I'm more than happy for you guys to actually just for the next generation of XX to just get some more variety in food.
Oh, we're gonna have the squid eyes, or tentacle eyes, whatever eyes.
Bapanada.
That's all we're
It
having.
is octopus.
Octopus eyes. Yes, yes, yes.
It's not even an eye; it's a tentacle.
Yeah,
Dark eyes, whatever it is. Okay, that's fine.
it's octopus tentacles.
Chopped up.
Yes.
Bapanada.
Japanese really likes tentacles.
Okay, at this point, you might as well just give me the organs and call it a day.
I mean, it's no different from like eating like chicken liver or heart or something, you know. Like
I've never had heart before. What? Who eats heart?
some Asian cuisine does actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
Philippines does
yeah.
it too.
Yeah, usually for-
Yeah, it's like as big as a. Oh, actually, see.
Okay, you can probably pour cold water on the fact of GDG Japan trip. Well, for me at least.
Yo, I'm actually keen for a Japan trip.
That'd be sick, but I don't know if my stomach could handle it.
That'll
That
take
ration
some.
really, really hard.
Yeah.
Okay, just eat the meat, the premium meat. Actually, they say I've been researching. Like I researched this a long time ago, but I hear that Japanese meat is like way superior to anything else.
Yeah,
What?
because they do grade it. They do have their own grading system on it, from A1 to A5 for beef, and they base it on how well it's marbled. Okay, for those who don't know, marbleization is literally the amount of fat contents that's literally ingrained to the muscle itself, and how well the cow was actually cared for before it was slaughtered.
Yeah, I mean, actually, no. I tried some of the like low high quality ones, but I don't think it justified the price. I don't know. But then I don't eat much food, so I can't really tell.
mm,
Not much of a foodie.
mm.
Okay, okay. Okay, Japan trip is back on it. Let's go.
Japan trip is back on. Speaking
Yeah,
of which,
this is like the Nintendo like headquarters.
mm, yeah,
Also, the instant ramen factory where they invented all the ramen and stuff. Instant noodle package.
mm, yeah, definitely, definitely. It's a noodle package.
And
Oh
all the
yeah.
gacha package.
Wait, I'm just trying to remember. First day night. Wait, we went to dinner with AWS, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Well,
gonna
no,
be.
that's yeah, Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of low-key felt sorry because it did seem like a lot of our team. Yeah, no, we weren't part of this, but yeah, a lot of our team from our main project, we're just keen to have like a dinner amongst ourselves, which was technically what I could have expected. But yeah, AWS just invited me to a party.
Yeah, okay. Team meeting, bars, first meeting is kind of not recommended.
Yeah, honestly, we could have just went for dinner, dinner somewhere else. I would have loved that as well.
Wait, when you
Yeah,
say other members, do you mean the members of?
our project,
Okay.
not the GDG Jam one, but the other one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad. That's sad. You
Just
know,
fine
of
to be
course.
honest, because I'm like, yeah, lesson learned. Next year we're just gonna be doing it that way, either on a hotel or somewhere else.
Well, it may have been sad, but it probably wasn't as sad as Jordan and I's evening.
How was your dinner on first day?
Yeah, I actually didn't know.
Oh man, okay, I'm actually gonna tell a story. This like makes me look so terrible. Okay, first, like the short version is, I went to a different kebab shop, and then I ate it, and then I watched some lectures and did some studying, and then I fell asleep. That's the short version, right? The
Okay.
longer version is
Didn't I?
much worse.
Did
So,
you at least ask out the girls from that were volunteering in CGDC?
What the hell?
why would I do
Do
that?
that?
No, this is a professional event. I would never ever do something like that. My
Good.
career is on the line here. Okay, okay. Oh, it was a test. Okay, I got it. But back to what happened. So, okay, you know how in our hotels we have a $30 food allowance each day, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I got myself food. Uh, Jordan called me or he texted me and he said, "Okay, are you gonna use a $30 allowance to get food?" And the thing is, in my monkey brain, I thought that we each had $30 each of food.
Ah.
Yes. So I thought, okay, one thing to know about me, when I haven't eaten for a long time, I like feel like I can eat the entire world. Genuine. I feel like I can eat everything. And then I'll like have a little bit and I'll be like, oh wait, no, I can't eat the entire world. I'm full. Take the rest of this food away from me. So I thought, I have some food now, but like what if what if I'm still full? I don't want to go to sleep hungry. That sucks. That's horrible. So I told him I told him no, I told him no, I might still be hungry, so just in case I can't give it to you. And there's only it's per room, right? So
Yeah.
I didn't realize the implications of that. So like because he wasn't I think he was gonna pay for himself, which would have been kind of shitty. And then I finally realized, no, I got home, I finished my food, and then I realized, as I always do, oh, I'm not hungry anymore. So I just told him, oh, you know what, just have it, whatever, it's fine. Then I went to go brush my teeth, and while I was brushing my teeth, I thought, wait, oh, oh,
Noah realized, yeah, made a
so
big
bad.
mistake.
But no, but then I stepped outside and I'm like, I explained it to him, right? I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. I cleared the air, but during that time, he probably thought I was the biggest dickhead ever.
Oh,
It was so bad, man. Oh my gosh. Okay, but that was terrible. That was like that was how our night went anyway. That happened. Then I think he Jordan got food, came back. We went to sleep, and then next day was Friday, which was yeah everyone volunteering day. Yeah.
Yeah.
yep, that was a pretty hectic day.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of Friday, let's see. So we had our first sponsoring, like actual, like we had to wake up early, 7:30, and of course we were late for that.
Wait, where were you like?
Yes,
Yeah, I think you were late.
I
Yeah.
think that was. Yeah, you guys had like dessert or something, didn't you? Or was that on Wednesday or Thursday?
No.
Like, wait, didn't think.
Wait, we weren't late. We got there at like 7:10 ish.
No, me and
Oh right,
Clinton were.
the time we had breakfast at the hotel,
Yeah.
and then. Oh right, okay. I thought we had time, right? So we had breakfast in the hotel.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think I must have gotten a bit more than I should have. So we were like 10 minutes late. Luckily, everything was all good because the first hour was like pretty chill anyways.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it did get pretty hectic after a while, and we had stuff to do. But then, do you want to like talk about how was it doing all the stuff for the sounding crew?
I'll go a quick overview of what us volunteers did. So there was volunteers for crowd control, volunteers for registration, and volunteers for looking after the rooms. So the registration desk I hear was really like hectic and Wednesday, which is like the first day of the conference. That's when everyone was signing in. So like around I don't know. There's 600 people overall, but I bet probably 500 of them like did the registration on Wednesday. So yeah, we had a pretty chill. Like barely anyone registered on a Friday because most of them already registered on Thursday.
Mm.
That's registration desk. Crowd control is when you direct people and basically ask people for when you basically help if people have questions or don't know where to go or whatever.
Yeah.
For room overseeing, we worked with another volunteer. So us and another volunteer looked after the questions, Q&A, making sure the speakers were well hydrated with cups of water because that's very good speaking tactic to drink water. And technical issues and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, as well as directing people into and out of rooms. So on day 2, it was pretty chill, and I actually recommend everyone volunteer on day 2 rather than day 1 because that's way less hectic and everyone already knows what to do.
Yep.
But yeah, that's basically what we did. I probably kind of rambled a bit there, but yeah, registration, crowd control, and room oversight.
Mm.
Right.
I mean,
And did anything?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go on, Loma.
I was just gonna ask, did anything happen that you didn't expect for what was expected of you, or did anything surprise you whilst you were maintaining the room?
I had a nice chat with one of the museum staff. That was surprising. I was expecting to just sit and just like look welcoming, but actually, when you're doing that, you could actually talk with some of the other staff members and see what's up. So yeah, shout out to the museum staff member that I was talking to. I didn't get his name unfortunately, but he was apparently also quite of a writer in his spare time.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he used to work in the film industry too. So we chatted a bit about like museums, exhibitions. He recommends the Gallipoli exhibition, by the way, in the museum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Yeah. Next year, we're gonna go to the Gallipoli exhibition because I've been meaning to go to that exhibition for a while now. I just haven't been. Every time I want to, I'm like, but I'm busy.
I mean, are we even allowed to go in there? That's the thing.
Technically speaking, yes.
Well,
They don't really have a hard rule against it, so long as you don't act like a dick. They're fine.
okay, well that's pretty easy then.
Yeah.
Except for Noah.
Wait,
What's that supposed to mean?
wait, what is that supposed to mean? I wouldn't do anything offensive there.
Guys.
I know about the importance of Gallipoli and World War.
Yeah, I was
Wait, I know it's World War One. Yeah, I know. I took history as well. Well, I paid, but I got like good grades for history.
No. I was referring to your Wednesday dinner. Oh no, Thursday dinner. That's right.
That was a one-off.
Okay.
One-off anyway.
That's good.
Oh, wait,
Don't worry.
dude, you say. What was I gonna say? Oh man. Yeah, let's go there next time. I'll be on my best behavior.
Yeah, don't worry. The next set of volunteers won't really mind it, and would be charmed anyways. Anyways, Friday.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Friday.
So actually, yeah. So a few things that intrigued me the whole time on Friday. I was like, I was trying to juggle between work and my committee duties, so that was fine. But the thing that intrigued me the most was like seeing Noah in the afternoon sulking.
Oh, oh man.
That was just
You don't have to talk about that if you don't wanna.
yeah. We don't want
That's
to talk about it, but
fine.
like that's like one of the interesting things that happened. A little bit before that, I was talking to Code and Zed. For those who don't know, Code and Zed is like the government initiative for getting getting startup game dev studios into to operate, well, to scale and operate. But yeah, that's an interesting talk. I can't really talk about it too much because a lot of it was very government stuff and very boring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably just realizing that the 30% tax rebate has just happened in Australia.
Quite fortuitous timing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
dude, yeah, dude, I was not sulking. Just so we clear the air, it wasn't sulking. It was more of a panic attack.
That doesn't make it any better.
I know
Understandable.
it makes it worse. It makes it worse. Look.
Noah.x is broken.
Yeah. Noah.exe broke. Yoshi.exe just got confused.
No, but then it rebooted, and I found an optimal path to finish off my responsibilities. So
Okay, that's good. That's good.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that was
Basically,
like the
that's
highlight of like the volunteers is that you were very much like the star of NCGDC volunteers,
yeah,
or as
Yeah,
Ben kind
man.
of.
Dude, Noah, man, you volunteering for literally like all days.
yeah. It's fine. I felt fine doing all of them, honestly. And I didn't get to see any talks, but they come out afterwards anyway, so I'm not really too fussed about it. But I do want to say that at the end, right when
Hmm.
I was stressing out. I wrote on the Slack that we had. I'm feeling like I'm not feeling well. Can someone please take over? I was feeling fine, by the way. So. I think somebody came and took over the last book for me, which was nice. Okay, I basically was sulking in the bathroom. So, and then I took over the keynote, but that was a bit tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But in hindsight, there was that. But at least you got to moderate the keynote because then we had immediately afterwards the after party. Well, actually, before that, I'm actually kind of curious on your guys' thoughts on the Kiwi Game Starter, on who the winner was.
Oh, I didn't know there was a competition actually, but it
Oh,
was a very chill, like, kind of experience.
yeah,
It was kind of off to the side, so people, like, deliberately had to wander in there. But there was a circle of, like, 9 stores, I think. And there were quite a few VR ones too, including Project Mix.
yeah. That's the interactive showcase. I was talking about the keynote and
Oh,
like the
okay, okay,
announcement
It
and
had
yeah.
the
it had
I don't know, I wasn't near the
yeah.
keynote. I had both closing and ending ones, unfortunately.
I was there.
I was
They
busy
had
tying balloons.
yeah. Oh, that's
uh,
true. You were.
well, I
No.
think that you probably have the best opinion on this just because you were actually part of the review for the games, weren't you?
Yeah, I'll have to edit that out because I wasn't. I'm still not allowed to talk about it. Well, actually, no. It's already ended this round, so I'm like, yes. For those who don't know, I was actually part of the judges, and yeah, funny thing that happened in the after party. Every time I told them, "Oh yeah, I judged your game this time round," they literally just bowed apologetically and like, "I'm sorry, we gave you a shitty build."
Oof. Are you allowed to say which game this was?
Huh?
Are you allowed to say which game this was specifically?
It was most of the games that I moderated, so there's like more than one.
Yeah, I mean, well, they're still in the developmental phase. It makes sense, but
Yeah,
okay, personally, my opinion for the actual games, there was 3 games, right? I only played one of them, and that was during the showcase. It was
yeah,
the co-op game, a
yeah,
short co-op.
outside, yeah,
I thought, personally, I thought they could have used more polish. It was still fun, but obviously the AI for the actual monsters could definitely be worked on, and some more stuff as well, but that we won't get into. I was hoping those guys won, but they didn't, unfortunately, and well, Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I wish all the luck and all the best for this game. Was it Ghost Chef? Is that the name of the game?
Yeah, Warrior Chef.
Warrior Chef. Sorry, I saw the ghost on the cover and I associated it with the ghost. Okay, Warrior Chef. But yeah, I hope they do really well.
Yeah, Rare Pair Games. Ex Media Design School. Yeah.
And there's a lot of you see a lot of that with MBS grads. They go straight into making their own studios.
They
Super risky.
yeah, it's more like the way MDS does their the way MDS does their curriculum is kind of tailored to that. They make sure that in the final year it's gonna be students just making their own project, and by that they need to have a team. So it's kind of a guarantee that that most of the final year students are actually people who are already acquainted themselves long enough in the 3 to 4 years they've been in MDS and just like, cool, let's make a game. They can either do it past that point or sometimes they just after the third year project they're like, yeah, you know what, we're done. Sometimes, but yeah,
If
Repair
they
is
usually,
like one of the examples of that. Yeah.
yeah, if they usually continue it, it says an indie startup, and it's probably one of the best ways to get into an indie startup by studying and doing a final year project together.
Mm.
Like you already have a team and stuff.
Mm. And you have rapport with the team, so that's like the key point there. Whereas with if you're just starting out on your own, you have to find your team and just make sure that you guys vibe and work together well, which isn't yeah, which will take some more time, which is so most people they don't really have the luxury of sometimes, but hey, it is what it is.
The thing I was
Yeah,
most worried about was with people in those situations is that they just finished 3 years of very intensive study. Now they're going into making their own studio, and that is in itself very intensive as well. You're getting
even
no
more,
breaks
even
between
more
each.
intensive probably, but at least it's fun. That's the main thing.
It's fun, but the lack of a steady paycheck is definitely harsh.
Well,
Well, student allowance, it is kind of a steady paycheck.
Wait,
Ish,
well,
maybe.
okay, but
yeah, but student allowance only lasts until like the your final year.
yeah, exactly. And then what about when you actually have to go and you graduate, and then you are working in your own indie studio?
Yeah, well, it's tough. It's like any startup. But hey, I mean, we should do that for GDG too. We should well, not force people to go into startups or whatever, but encourage people and support people who are going to get into indie startup stage.
Hmm.
Well, how could we support them? Like, in what way could we support them?
Well, we do have a plan in place that hopefully the University of Auckland will allow us to do, which basically is like a kind of publishing thing for studios.
Oh,
But that is still heavy whipped and may not even pan out thanks to legal issues that University of Auckland, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
ooh.
But speaking of, did you know University of Auckland does not let us have Unity on the computers at all, which is a pretty big oof.
I mean, okay, does that extend to the entire? Does that extend only to the engineering faculty, or does that also extend to
Everything.
Everything
every?
except the closed off faculty. So creative arts and industries and architecture can use it, but we can't for some reason because we're not good enough.
Well, that's a load of bullshit. We 100% have to work on that, and that'll be a big goal to achieve for next year, or a big yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just like trying to convince ComSci to have it back again.
Yes.
Hey, we still have a lot of time. I mean, September, October, November. It's like 6 months until the start of semester one anyway. So.
Yeah, but we need to convince them. We need to have someone like on the inside, like
Yes.
like a major like staff member or something. I don't know. Any staff members who watches this, please. We need
Yes.
units to teach people how to make games and do other stuff good.
Yes, please. We can't just rely on Zach forever.
Zach is our event manager, by the way, who is currently a University of Auckland staff member.
Yes.
But yeah, we use Unity for all sorts of things. Teaching game development, 3D graphics, animation, um, you know. So not only is it just a cool hobby, it's also useful for learning 3D development in general.
Yeesh.
This reminded me. Oh wait, no. I was just gonna put down on my personal notes. Okay, project get Unity on club room, and I just realized I've already put it down.
Okay, underline it and it's like
Yeah,
emphasize
okay,
it.
I'll make it bold. This is a big one.
Just to emphasize it.
Bold and underline with italics as well. There you go.
Excellent.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, back to the NGDC thing. So yeah, that's basically all the days, except the after party. Do we talk about that
Oh wow.
Okay,
or
cool. Finally,
Buddy.
the thing that I've been waiting for the longest time. Cool.
and the thing that I've been kind of avoiding the whole time? But okay,
Yes. What you guys have been avoiding the whole time, what I've been waiting for since today. Cool.
Bingo.
Let's just go back let's just turn back the clock and see what happened after the keynote. So I don't know where you guys went, but literally when I got to the keynote, the keynote finished. Yeah, you were hanging out balloons. I was literally just packing my stuff, getting my shit out, just going back to the hotel. I've been paying you specifically, Clinton, a few times just to say, "Hey, do you need your suit? Hey, do you need your suit?" Though I know for a fact was gonna get his suit ready. But yeah, oh, that was really fun. Just the lead up to it, because I was talking to Joe Chang and a few guys from Cinti Studios before that, and just realized I feel like that's gonna be us, Clinton, once we hit our 30s.
I never met them, so I will not know.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, okay, I informally,
Old
I didn't.
Zen,
Oh.
yeah, old Zen, slightly jaded, but functional.
You
I
guys
mean,
are
I'm basically all of that except the jaded part, so you know.
No, you guys are jaded too.
Yeah, we haven't reached the Zen state that they've reached, and I'm like, ah, nice.
I doubt that. I already reached it a long time ago, like when I was a teenager. You see, I'm a master of the Zenness.
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen anything get angry ever. Ever.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Anyways,
Rush has probably only seen me get angry like once.
yeah, I think that's because we were fighting at some point a couple of years back.
Well, I was more irritated than angry, but yeah. Anyways, that's history for another time,
Yeah,
and probably not being mentioned ever in public ever again.
yeah,
But yeah, to reach Zen, you have to distance yourself. You have to remove the concept of ego. According to Buddhist teachings, I don't know. I was just spewing some random crap that came to my mind.
I mean, I think ego keeps you very competitive. Actually, you need a little bit of an ego to succeed.
Eh.
eh,
Okay,
But
maybe
yeah, okay, so yeah, back to the
after
Friday
party.
night.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So
okay.
before that, I think most of the studios learned from their experiences last year, because from what I've noticed, a lot of the studios didn't go straight to the after party in the grand until 7. So a lot of us just went straight to dinner. Cause
Yep.
context. Last year there was no dinner at all. There was just a massive platter of crap on the table, and everyone just looked at it and was like, "We're not gonna eat there."
Dig in.
Yeah,
I mean, wasn't that the same this time? There was like some chips on the table.
no, those were chips on a bowl on a separate table. What I'm referring to is a massive chaos that's they had meat, uncooked meat, chips, biscuits, jelly beans, all on the same table. No boundaries whatsoever. Just literally for the world to see.
That's amazing. Oh my
Okay, I'm glad I was still out there.
Disgusting.
So good.
It's disgusting. I saw that at one
Okay.
point, even when I was sober. I was like, "What abomination is this? And why did we make a joke about it in the speakers party this year?"
Okay, let's just admit that the after party.
The after party.
Uh-oh. We are
Uh-oh.
having technical difficulty at this time.
Yeah, and also I just started disconnected just then. Sorry for that.
Yeah. You were
Sorry,
saying?
it was just too shocking. I disconnected.
Ah, it's
Nah,
fine.
okay. This year was okay. Like since there wasn't a focus on the food, uh, Josh and I went to a Japanese restaurant nearby, which helps the locals. Um, and it was pretty good. Although,
I like the fact that we
like
were
all of it,
sitting.
it was also very expensive
Hmm.
because it was DVD.
Yeah, it was It was a bit expensive, but I also like the fact that we were sitting in actual Japanese tatami mats.
It hurts though after like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so we had to kneel down. Like, yeah, it was to. Well, we're supposed to kneel down because they give us like kneel mats,
Hmm.
but we just switched to like I don't know, like folding legs, I guess.
Hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
Like just hilarious. But yeah, we'll talk about that another point because I can say a lot of things about the Japanese restaurant, but for the sake of recording, let's keep it as is. I got to
Okay.
pregame. I got to pregame by downing an entire bottle of sake.
Yes, that was. I don't know whether that was a good idea, but Josh is Josh.
Jeez.
I tried stopping him, but he just wouldn't listen.
Did you try getting the bottle out of his hand? I mean, he was not sober at that point. It should have been quite an easy task.
Uh, I don't.
He was
Yeah,
probably tight.
I don't
He was
remember
probably
very
tight. He was
well.
not letting go. Okay.
Anyways, the second we hit the Grand again, a lot of other studios were already there. It was a bit rowdy, I can admit. It was starting to get a bit rowdy because people were starting to drink and stuff. But yeah, it was still like the same problem as before. It's like there was bit of a queue. Drinking tickets were definitely still a bit of a currency. But one thing I like is that we actually went straight to pool immediately afterward when we landed.
Yeah, it was pretty quiet in the pool area, at least at first.
Yeah, but that's to be
Oh, the pool
expected.
table was. By the way, the pool table was absolutely atrocious. Like it was like bin. It wasn't even on the floor, and the what do you call it? Those sticks. What do you call those sticks?
The pool sticks.
Oh yeah, the pool sticks. Yeah. Don't know if it's a better word for it, but the pool sticks were kind of thin, I think.
Oh, were they? I didn't actually
Yeah.
notice.
I don't know. It was a pretty poor situation for a pool table.
We'll also regale the audience with who won that round.
I don't remember.
I don't know. All I remember was Josh sunk 4 in a row. That was friggin' impressive.
He didn't. Oh, he doesn't remember how me and Jordan were 3-1 down. Was it the odds all against us? And then,
And you still lost. And you still lost, of course.
don't give the watchers, don't give the listeners a false impression. We sunk all three and got an incredible come from behind win.
No, he lost. I actually don't remember.
Okay. Two different accounts. Let's just see how this rolls.
Okay.
But no, that 4 in a row by Josh did. That was friggin' impressive.
I was like, bro, there was like a massive vein coming out of my head that was happening. I was like, what is happening? Stop!
Yo.
Yeah, the funniest thing when that happened was that I was also very drunk as well. When I was not paying attention at all, but then somehow it happened.
Your hand-eye coordination is better as the more you drink. That's
I am not drunk Bruce Lee, but I would like to think I am. So thank you.
But yeah, the one on top of the one in the quiet area above the main area, that pool table was a lot better and generally better maintained.
I think they call it the quiet area for a very specific reason, Clinton, because a lot of people were drinking. Case in point, like I think because of the feedback we got from last year is that people did want a quiet space to talk with other people in a much more sober setting. That
That wasn't very sober though.
Hmm?
It was still quite a lot of alcohol in the air.
Yeah,
I saw, but yeah.
but that's to be expected. That is to be expected. Yeah.
I did meet with that introverted guy, who was but we had a nice chat and we actually had some pretty mean games of pool table, and he was very skilled. I'd say that much. I lost on many occasions. I was close to losing on many occasions, but I managed to pull through on those 2 rounds.
Nice.
We won't name names, but he was pretty good. Nice guy. Hopefully you see him next time.
Yeah, he's also up in Auckland, so maybe we'll see him at some point.
Maybe.
But at least the top floor was lit in my floor. That was.
Yeah, I don't know what it was for you, Noah, but for me, it's like it was very much nice.
Mhm.
I was like seeing flashing, like it wasn't flashing lights, but I was like, whoa, the heat and the air is going to my head. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you were pretty like disoriented back then. That was too much people, too many people.
Wait.
But yeah, also I had to look after Josh's stuff, which is why I was stuck upstairs for a long time. Anyway,
Wait, did I bring my bag with me? No, I didn't.
yeah, you left your jacket and stuff there, so I was like,
Yeah, I left my trench coat there, but that would have been fine because I would have just scrambled my way back up.
eh. And yeah, meanwhile Jordan was in the like in between the pool and the main area, and he was talking to this for who knows 2 hours. And it
Was
looked
he
like
talking to the
they were having a
volunteer?
pretty fun time.
Yeah.
Even as people started swarming in.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that
And
was
then
fun.
after party.
Yeah, and then it's like I think it's like by the time 9 o'clock hit, I was like, you know what? I've talked to a lot of people. I've networked a bunch, and I'm happy. Let's crank it up to 11. And that's what I decided. Like I think it's like at 9, I decided to be like, yep, I'm getting bored. I also just crank the party up to 11 and got some tequila shots. Was
Yeah, I bet you were pretty drunk
Yeah.
at that time.
Funny enough, like I don't get really drunk on tequila shots. I just get really amused. So I just played it safe this time around. Just ordered 3 shots. They were not covered by the after party tickets, by the way.
I still
Cause
have. Oh, I should have asked me for some like during the thing because I had like a few left over.
no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
spend any.
no. Tequila shots were any hard liquor is not covered by the after party tickets. So anything that the only ones that were covered are cider, beer, and a few Heinekens.
Oh, there's also some non-alcoholic ones, but I completely didn't remember the tickets even existed until after party. So I was like, damn, I missed out on free drinks, non-alcoholic.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, after we tried doing karaoke night V2 with Project Mix team.
Yeah, that was like really funny because I don't know what exactly happened, but by the time I got my tequila shots and then we took we took like a bunch of good photos and the pickpock background. It was pretty nice. Me and Noah were
Oh
just
right, oh
yeah.
right. That's we had that. I tried doing that. Was it that grandfather pose, movie
Mm,
pose?
yeah,
Yes,
the
'cause I
grandfather
was the
pose
only
and
one. I was not wearing my suit because I could not get back in time to the hotel, and I did not want to wear it while I was walking around Wellington anyway.
yeah, which is
So yeah,
fine. Yeah, yeah, that's like very
um,
confusing because
I
okay,
think it was kind of fun, you guys. Jeez,
yeah,
it was really crowded. Oh my god.
yeah, you Noah and yeah, and Claudio and the gang were just like dispersed all across the CBD. And I'm like, how are? It was a miracle how we even rendezvoused all together and just managed to
Oh
scramble away for queso.
yeah, I could barely even hear them, even with the speaker on my phone at max setting. I tried calling them,
Hmm.
and they went to Nando's. It's like,
What?
yeah, maybe I should have gone there. So yeah, after finding everyone, we went to the karaoke bar, and unfortunately, it was completely booked until
Curse
midnight.
damn you, pickpock.
So yeah, we decided to go. Let's go to a bowling place because that was nearby.
Yeah.
And then we searched for like 10 minutes, and then realized it was literally right next to the karaoke place.
I was waiting for it too. It was like, yeah, because Yue and Lucy were texting me. I was like, dude, where the heck are you? I'm like, K Zone. At first I was like
Yeah,
K Zone, then I was like, Lanes, and they were like, can you give us a proper address, please? And I'm like, dude, it's right. It really is like right next to where we were.
yeah. The bowling was okay. Well, we had to wait until 10 o'clock. Was it 10:15? Yeah.
Hmm.
But between then and like between arriving and then, we had this epic epic as games of
That was
foosball.
really epic. Oh my god.
Yeah, surprisingly, I didn't know I had the time for foosball, but I did then.
Hmm.
So foosball is the one where you have rows of soccer players and you have to kick a ball into opponent's goal.
Hmm.
And there's like red and blue players, and it's teams of 2v2. So
Hmm.
me and Josh versus Claudio and Jackson, two people from the Project Mix team.
Yeah.
And they had experience, so they knew that they were pretty good. Um, so
But
it
then,
was, yeah, but then, but then I managed to do an upset underdog win, and I managed to beat like Claudio in a 1v1, which is very surprising.
oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I think when we were doing 2v2, it's like they did not expect the power of Drunk Josh.
Yeah.
Don't forget what happened to the machine.
All right.
All
So
right.
okay, the machine was pretty busted from overuse. It was old, so you need to put in the coin very slowly, and if you did it too fast, you jam the machine. So that happened, and we saw how the underside of the coin thing works, and we got a free game out of it, so that's nice.
Hmm.
Oh, I don't know if it was a free game, but more like
It was a
we
free
didn't,
game.
which is good.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually, the table is kind of rigged. One side was definitely like weaker because not only was the handle broken on one of the teams, it was also, slanted in such a way to disadvantage the side. So yeah, I can't credit the 1v1 I had with Claudio completely to skill, but the fact that I won it all was very surprising actually.
Hmm.
You were very good on my team round. You were.
Yeah, foosball. I didn't know that's probably something I'd play again. So fun.
It was so fun. What's even funner? Bowling.
Uh,
None
that
of us
was
were wearing bowling
horrendous.
shoes.
Oh
my god.
that was horrendous.
Like,
Okay, so basically, I think we missed like 70% of our shots there. Like gutter, 70%. Oh my god. So okay, so it was us four, us three in this chat plus Jordan. Unfortunately, Jordan dropped out pretty early because volunteering tiredness,
Hmm.
and me and Josh were pretty poor at bowling, so we pretty much missed like 90% of our shots.
I was good though. I was great.
Josh had an excuse. He was drunk. I had no excuse.
I was great though. I got like I had it like 3 times in a row, and then I didn't hit up like 2 more after that. But also,
You even had a strike. That's pretty good.
That was pretty good, yeah.
okay. I don't know if it was strike. I think it was what did he call me like?
A spare?
Oh, a spear. Yeah, a spear. That's right.
Yeah, which was super nice. But dude, what about that video where I'm lining up, I give the ball a fake kiss, and then I throw it, fucking just goes offline. Like, dude, the shot where it went into the other lane, oh, that was really bad.
That was really hilarious because I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. When I was looking back at the recording, I was like, you can see the confidence in your pose and and everything. But then the second
Yeah.
it left your hand, I was just like, it immediately backfired.
No, not like this.
No, I chose a heavy roll and my arm was tired and I didn't realize this wasn't a good combination. So I chose lighter balls after that, but I learned my lesson.
Yes. Choose balls you can handle.
Yeah. Okay,
But yeah, dude, you were bouncing the balls really hard. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to like gracefully roll the ball, but you're like bouncing it like it's a ping pong ball.
Wait, no. I wasn't bouncing. I was throwing it. Oh, that gets
And the bounce. You're not supposed to bounce the bowling balls. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think I had enough energy to. No wait. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I was probably doing it the very wrong way. Next time I'll do it the proper way. It just felt natural.
Also that one time, was it you or Josh that threw it so hard it went into the other lane?
No, that was Noah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was interesting. And you caused him to do a gutter. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Luckily it wasn't happening when the thing was down. I think they reset the pins. Because if that happened, that would be a pretty big bill. Yeah. I don't know, I prefer the bowling place in Auckland. Like, there's this bowling place in East Auckland that's like, I don't know, easy to do. Because the one we had back then in Wellington, that was a pretty wacky kind of place. We didn't get those bowling shoes, so it's kind of hard to do things properly.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that they even recommended like, oh yeah, that's fine. If you don't wear bowling shoes, that's fine.
Yeah, bowling shoes are so good though, because they make it way quicker.
Hmm. It was very strange. It was very strange. Yeah, it wasn't really like a team versus team kind of scenario. It was just definitely just
Dude,
Yeah.
we're just doing their own thing, and then we're just doing our own thing.
Yeah, I would have preferred the foosball, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we each had our own name at the top until like halfway through, so we should have been doing it that way. So
Nah, we should have swapped two of us. So like, Noah plus one of us versus two of the better bowlers, and it'll be like GDG versus Project Mix.
I think we would have got smashed, bro. I think it's a good thing we would have got just smashed. So I think Jackson's pretty good at it.
All you just need is to throw the ball to the other lane.
Yeah.
But yeah, that aside. So yeah, after the bowling,
After
it was
bowling, we decided to go for karaoke. I was tired. I was sick and tired of just trying to figure out which karaoke place to go to, and we decided to just go to our place.
oh no.
But best and worst decision ever.
I'm pretty sure it's the latter.
No, it wasn't very good. Okay, like we were enjoying ourselves, but then the noise complaint happened. But anyways, so we just decided to do that. We decided to go for our to just go into mine and Clinton's room for karaoke because it can house enough people. And the thing that surprised me is that the second the Project Mix team went to our room, they were like, "Dude, your bed is literally the size of our room." That was like the strangest comment I got. I'm like, okay.
Privilege right there.
Well, Cockburn is actually a pretty decent hotel. Like,
Hmm.
okay, a quick tangent here. Like, what's the hotel? 4-star, right?
Yeah, 4-star.
Okay, well, I give it 1 extra star for extreme cleanness. Seriously, it was actually really clean. There was no mold or like spider webs or like dust that other cheap hotels would have. However, there was a very interesting feature. Like, there was no fan that you could hear, so I assumed there was no fan, but it actually was.
No, there was.
Yeah, and the fact that there was only one chair, 2 chairs, and it was all on Josh's side. That was kind of annoying. So yeah, I had no chairs.
You had a TV though.
Oh, you had a TV too, a bigger one too.
Yeah.
So basically, it was like adults' room and kids' room, and I got the kids' room. Okay, back to karaoke.
Okay, moments before disaster. It started off fine when we were just literally testing out the waters of our switch and of the switch and everything, and just making sure that we can actually test out the music and stuff. I don't remember what was our first song pick. All I remember is that it was a very fun time, and Lucy just kept on warning us, dude, do you actually want to do this?
Yeah.
I didn't want to do this.
Apart from me,
On the record.
everyone else was kind of about it. And then we had to like, let's go guys, come on, get into it, don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed. Well, it was quite embarrassing.
But yeah, I didn't even know most of the songs, so you guys had like way more fun than I did. I was like, okay, I will sing along, and I have no idea what's happening. But okay, you guys have fun. But nah, you guys look like you were having fun, so yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we were having fun, and it's like Lucy just started. Well, okay, I don't exactly know how it happened, but one of us started deciding to test out the volume and how long it'll take for us to get a noise complaint.
Spoiler warning, it took 1 hour.
And it took 3 hours. Because we were there. Yeah, we
2
were there
hours.
at 11. Huh?
2 hours, yeah.
2 or 3
2 hours,
hours. Yeah. Yeah, because we were there at 11, and it took until like 1 in the morning for us to finally get a noise complaint and be like, dude, stop it.
Yeah, the funny thing is too is the Julio and others came back and they were pretended to be a noise complaint.
Yeah, it was like Yeah, you may know over the camera finally. Oh, finally, the party's over, and it's like, oh no, it's just Claudio.
I fell down to the
Yeah. And the thing was, like, when the guy actually came in and came with a noise complaint, I was like, "Oh, my partner's invited with some friends over. I'll get them out in 10 minutes."
Okay,
Classic, it's not me who's doing it. It's the other person. Don't
yeah.
blame me.
At least this time it was actually justifiable because the
It's true
first
though.
few song choices were fine, but then someone decided to play Wrecking Ball.
Yeah,
It wasn't mine.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lucy, but
Please wait. If
and
no,
then the screaming started.
And then the screaming started, and I was like,
in my defense, I didn't know she was gonna do
I don't think
she
any.
warned us that she
I,
might scream.
I think only UA and like the Project Mix team know. Maybe that's why they left early. Some of them,
that. Oh, you know what?
which was probably a good idea.
Wait, what are the projects next team now?
So you know how Claudio and Jackson and Jordan left to their room? I'm pretty sure it's because they knew what was gonna happen.
What? What? And they didn't warn us? Whoa.
Keep in mind, I think Lucy warned us in the first place.
No, the thing is,
I didn't think it'd be that bad though.
Yeah,
I thought that was just like the joking kind of, ah, my singing is bad, kind of
yeah,
typical New Zealand attitude.
yeah, exactly.
there's actually fact to it.
Dude. And
But no, it actually was
what?
kind of shocking.
I think my agent will have a damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like whenever we now say Wrecking Ball, it's just gonna be forever ingrained to memories. Like, not necessarily Miley Cyrus screaming; it's just Lucy screaming her lungs out.
Oh my god.
Alright, but nah, it's definitely a good way of removing frustration, I'll say that much. I will also say, I'll bring earmuffs next time.
And then yeah, then the whole project next time will be like, why the heck do we have ear? Did they have earmuffs? And then they hear Lucy screaming like, oh,
Yeah.
I now understand.
Unfortunately, I don't want to be deaf by the time I reach like 25, so
Dude,
yeah,
your
See,
your birthday's a few months away.
dude.
it's literally next month.
Yes.
So this is
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to doing this again next week. Hopefully with
Next
less
year.
screaming, and much more fun GDG stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the next generation of XX. Noah, as the one that will spearhead this project, I promise me this: just drag as much of the GDG XX as possible, and make sure Izzy actually commits this time.
right. But who's gonna pay for all this, huh? Who's gonna pay for this?
Don't worry, we can get AWS on board, baby.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
well, we asked for a grant next time too as well. This time we worded better.
Yeah.
Next time we worded better.
No. Okay, 5-star hotel. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure University of Auckland will want some representation considering the Masters in Design course kind of overlaps with game development, but
Yeah.
surely there's some game developers in the staff of UA. I don't know. Like Alan Foster.
Yeah, Alan Fowler, not Foster.
Right? Yeah, Alan Fowler. My bad.
He was never actually. That's the one thing I was asking Richard Durham because he was there, and yeah, for those who don't know, he's Auckland Uni staff from the Creative Arts Industries department. And yeah, Alan wasn't there. Alan was not there the whole conference, and I was like, huh, interesting.
Interesting indeed.
Wait. Did he usually get in?
Eh.
No,
No
but
idea.
he's pretty active in the before he came to New Zealand, he was kind of active in the American scene.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like one of the guys that actually hosted like a site in Global Game Jam in Seattle.
But nah, if we make it more of a University of Auckland or GDG thing and University of Auckland thing, then who knows? We might be able to have some funding and get more people on board. But yeah, okay. I don't know. Is there any like group discounts on like accommodation or like other stuff?
I mean, the Grab One deal is definitely like the closest thing we can get to it. Especially if we're gonna use California again, that's the closest thing we're gonna get to it. But If you mean like proper group discounts, then eh,
Funk.
we'll have a think about it. But yeah,
Wait, the Grand Point one was about 400 300.
mm. Yeah, but I'll be there for like a week. So the one thing I can actually say though is that the one thing I've noticed about NZGDC, the longer I organize it, is that the more days I stay there. So I think for next year I'm gonna be flying out on Monday and just stay there until like Saturday.
Yeah, try the food in Wellington.
Eee.
Eat with the students there.
Eee.
Go clubbing. I don't know.
Actually, that's a good point. I'd probably like to go there early.
Okay, I'm not gonna make a comment on clubbing because my god, this country alone has like the worst clubbing, has the worst nightlife experience ever. It's only recently that I actually started liking Auckland's nightlife scene, but even that's after like much deliberation.
Oh, good. Clubs is where it's at, anyways. The university clubs, that is.
Yeah, great segue. He's going to GDG. Great one.
Sign up in the links below. Smash that like and subscribe button.
Yes, smash that like and subscribe button right now to get the latest in the GDG.
You won't be able to see it this like anyway.
And I think that's a good point to end the stream unless Josh have any last questions.
Probably like the last question would be, what do you guys hope for next year? Next NZGDC.
Okay, next year.
Yeah.
Is GDC?
Yeah.
More GDG members, definitely. If we could get more going, then we could like volunteer between ourselves and like sit AM PM shifts. But in terms of like the Wellington experience, well, it would be nice to, I don't know, it would be nice to get some of our teams there and showcase some of our games and stuff, and have some more studio kind of meetups, maybe. I don't know. Actually, there's a lot of things I'd like to improve for next year. I'll write that down somewhere, maybe.
Point about more members, 100% better. Getting more people here would be more exposure for us, and it means we get to talk to more people that actually have the community. Yeah, like, because that's the whole point of NZGDC, right? Is we're volunteering, but we want to talk to those people. A more streamlined way of doing that would be very
Okay.
Josh, how about you? What do you think?
Well, what the one thing I wish for, is for us to be for mine and Clinton's project to be showcased on the the Kiwi Interactive Showcase. That's one of the main things I want to happen. Other things.
Hey, wait, if we're presenters, do we get free tickets as well, or do we have to pay still?
Yeah. If
Yo.
we're part of the interactive showcase, we get a free ticket regardless.
Yo, is that all to the conference or just one day? Or 2
All
days?
conference.
Yo.
So that'll include Encourageance Day. And
Okay, we've got to get more GDG people on it then, like Sam.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping for as well. Like mine and Clinton's project, Sam and the boys, and everyone else, like to just be there. If we are going to do GDG Jam again, we're just going to be showcasing a bunch of the demos and a bunch of the builds. Unless they're keen to just join us. We'll coordinate that next year, because I do want to make sure that the girls actually are okay to just bucket Izzy's place.
Yeah, well, we definitely want to, to save money, probably need to, I don't know. It's either that or go to a cheaper, like, dorm kind of, like a motel.
Clinton, I am not gonna go and do the same thing that UA did, okay? Call for it or nothing.
Okay. Phew, well, I'm not complaining, because, it was a pretty good place. Very expensive dinners, though, but breakfast was free.
Breakfast is free, we can get dinner elsewhere, that's the thing. Yeah, that's not
Yes,
bad.
we need a fucking cough one. Okay, yeah, I think that's it for the podcast, everyone.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, tune in again next time because we might do another one, but with the teams from GDG Jam 2.
Oh.
Mm,
Ooh,
mm.
okay, so yeah, this is Clinton, former vice president of GDG, and Noah.
This is Noah, current general executive of the GDG.
Yeah. And this is Josh, president of the GDG, well, current president of the GDG, and current host of the GDG podcast. And hope to see you in the next one. Hey,